It's time for Ask the Expert, your chance to learn something new every day. Let's find out who our expert is today.
AirWorks Solutions is a family-run company that specializes in heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and plumbing services. That's HVAC and plumbing services. Headquartered in Camarillo, they serve residential and commercial customers throughout Ventura County, Conejo Valley, the San Fernando Valley, and the greater Sacramento area.
We do have a shop up in Sacramento.
It's incredible. Please welcome Stephanie and Kevin Allen, the owners and the heart behind AirWorks Solutions.
Thank you so much, Barry. Happy to be here.
Thank you.
Now, when did you start this fine company? Please tell us about yourselves.
Oh, man. We started in 2010.
Yep, we're celebrating 15 years in business here in Camarillo.
That's right.
And why did you start this business? What got you excited about HVAC? First off, tell us what HVAC really stands for.
HVAC stands for heating, air, ventilation, and cooling.
What's your favorite of the four?
I enjoy cooling more because I enjoy summer because it's hot and it makes me want to get outside and do more. So I enjoy the heat, which makes me enjoy probably more of the cooling side.
Okay. And you, Stephanie, what is your favorite? Probably air conditioning also.
Yeah, air conditioning's a better business.
So why is this a mom-approved business? That's on your business cards. That's all of your branding. Why is it a mom-approved business?
Now why it's a mom-approved business is that it really helps us differentiate ourselves from others in the industry. But the honest answer and where it came from was when we were sitting around with the marketing team and they said, what makes you so special? And we said things like, we are excellent with customer service. We want to take care of you. We do great work. They're like, boring, right? And so when we were talking through what makes us different, Kevin said, well, everything that goes through here has Stephanie's stamp of approval on it. And so basically it came out of a pain point of me being a bottleneck because I have such high standards that it was really hard to make me happy and for things to just happen. Kevin came up with it, actually. The family-run, mom-approved.
Yeah, I don't remember how many kids we had at the time, but...
A few less than now.
A few less now. Yeah. But it truly was our family, you know.
We had two, and I was 9 months pregnant when I took that photo.
When you took that photo, so yeah. We probably had two. But, you know, day in and day out, the kids, you know, around the shop and at the house and all that stuff, you know, we lived and breathed it.
Lived and breathed it with clean air, I'm sure.
We do our best.
So what is it about Camarillo that I know you guys are born and bred here? You went to Camarillo High.
Yeah.
And what is it about you guys? What is it about this area that kept you here?
We actually left. So I went to the University of Alabama for a couple of graduate degrees, and Kevin went with me. At first, not, because I did the whole, if you love me, you'll come. And then he said yes. And then I said, I'm not ready. But eventually, we ended up living in Alabama together. And we decided that we wanted to start our life together with his family back here in Camarillo. So when we were going to be ready to have kids, we wanted to make sure that they were raised by family.
Okay, and you went to Alabama to get your degree?
Yeah, I'm an attorney and an MBA.
All right. That helps out a lot, I'm sure, in this business, in the small business world.
Yeah. I mean, pluses and minuses. I don't pull out that card very often, but I'm sure it's helped with some of the strategies.
Has its ups and downs sometimes. So
it also means we're very professional. So in the beginning, you know, I had these very professional contracts, and Kevin would say, nobody else is doing this. I said, well, this is how we're doing it because this is what the Contractor State License Board requires, and this is the law. So this is how we operate. And that's the mom-approved part, right? That's the same thing that trickles through our entire organization as this is the way we're doing it because this is the right way.
By the book. I love it.
We don't take shortcuts.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. What's been your most fun job since you started? Think back to all of the thousands of installations you've done. And think about the one that made you the happiest, the warmest inside.
The fun ones are the most challenging ones where there's almost like a new construction or a larger remodel where they're like, this doesn't happen or this can't exist or we can't get this here. Really coming up with that idea to make it happen and work. they're like, oh, there's no way we're going to be able to condition this space. And like, we're going to figure out how to do it. We're going to make it happen. That is so fun to think outside the box and, get out of just traditionally putting a system in, putting a system out, like really defining the home's condition inside of the home and making it really comfortable for them.
Kevin's brilliant at problem solving and plan design. Answering your question of what made me the warmest inside, we actually got the chance to partner with Service Titan on do they call it Power of the Nation?
It was Power of the Nation
campaign where they helped us give back to the community. And so last year we were able to donate 2 systems to a foster home. It was also a very tricky situation that Kevin was able to design the system to work for them. But it was a space that helps girls who've been trafficked recover. And they were uncomfortable in their home. They didn't have any air conditioning. Yep. And the site, is undisclosed. There's a lot of safety concerns around that. But we were able to get in there and to provide them with cooling and change their comfort level. Yeah. And so that's one that's true.
Yeah, that was a fun one. It wasn't a remodel, but it was still a very unique application outside the box. And in fact, I think they had to close their windows at night for safety reasons. So to be bundled up in that hot application, it was definitely tough for them.
And it was really great to be a part of that campaign where Service Titan helped us say to the entire industry, those who lead serve. And it's really something that's important to us. We're very service minded. And so we got to get on a stage essentially and be a role model for service in the industry.
Another thing that you're doing for your community, you're all in the community. I see you everywhere.
Absolutely.
We're talking with Stephanie and Kevin Allen, the heart behind AirWorks Solution, a local business here in Ventura County. And you can reach out to them and find them on social media. How has social media been for a small business, local business like yours?
Very early when we started, we got a lot of recommendations through the moms groups, etc. Right? And so we were very active in the Camarillo chamber. I was president of the young professionals group back in the day there. And so I think that we may forget how important the social presence is. It is definitely something that we invest in. Anytime that somebody reaches out for a referral in social media, we love hearing our name. We love our fans, saying...
You do have fans. You guys know you have fans here.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Everybody loves the mom part about it.
Oh, yeah? It's really funny because I always think everybody loves Kevin. Why would they put me on the band?
It's just a perfect team. But, it just works out so well.
Yeah. Thank you. We strive really hard to be the best value around. Now, that doesn't always mean it's the least expensive, but at the end of the day, we know that we're providing the highest level of service possible, and we will always stand behind our work. And so because of that, the value is so high. If something goes awry on a job, we handle it. We are members of the community. Our reputation is important to us. And so we stand behind everything we do.
Yeah. I mean, we're human. By no means are we perfect, but I think it's when something happens, own it and fix it.
And we're valued.
And it's one of our values. And it's something we do, right? Like,
we said do on the radio.
Can you tell us about Can you tell us about what are the do problems that happened, that you had to fix something that wasn't quite right to the standards of the customer? Has that ever happened?
Sure. I mean, there'll be some times where we'll go back and we'll do a quality check. We like to do a maintenance within 6 months of doing the install. And we'll see something, maybe the airflow isn't right. Maybe a duct wasn't changed out correctly, or we'll have to rip that out and redo it. We have done more jobs than I would like for free. Yeah. Because we didn't like the way that it was done in the first place. And so if it isn't the way that I would want it installed in my house, I want it redone. That's part of the standard. So that's part of mom approved. If a technician can't come and have dinner at my house, then they're not invited into yours either.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we had a customer not too long ago. We gave her a recommendation. She's selling her house, and we gave her a recommendation. She was with another company, and I got a text from the real estate agent from the homeowner saying, I wish I had used AirWorks because this other company came in, changed the price on me in the middle of the project, and sold me more stuff.
And did it wrong. So now she's selling her home. She's been screwed in the process, and basically it just is what it is now. And you know, I'm like, well, you know, that's a great story. I told her what exactly what we were going to do, exactly how it was going to be handled, the problem was going to be solved, you know, and it's unfortunate because so many people come in and do take advantage of the homeowner or whoever in that situation. And so it's sad to see that.
Yeah, you know, we had a big mountain fire here in Camarillo, not a year ago, I think, right?
Yeah.
And right after that happened, there were a lot of bad actors that went up there to, you know, try to be fake contractors that were, you know, trying to steal money.
Yep.
And it was a big concern. And I'm sure that comes up in your business where kind of people are second guessing everything about the industry because of that kind of stuff. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. I mean, the mountain fire, you know, people come from hundreds of miles away. It's like they just popped up overnight and they're taking money and then they don't complete the project. They don't even do maybe anything. They collect money and now the homeowner's left holding the bag because the insurance company's already paid for it or maybe they're not even paying for it. And it's horrible to see.
Our job is to inform and educate. It's your job to decide what you want to do with that. So it's one of the reasons we do free second opinions. If you get an opinion that you're not sure one way or another, we'll come in and we'll verify that or we'll tell you what we would do. And then it's up to you as the homeowner to decide, how do you want to proceed, right? What should we do? So we really take the stance of we're experts and our job is to educate you. We don't give you only one choice because that's an ultimatum. So we always want to give you options, whether they're repair options or replacement options. It's important for you to know what's available for you. And then that's your decision as the homeowner or the customer to decide how you want to move forward. And if you're not working with a company who's fully licensed, insured, bonded, willing to show you all of that information and willing to let you think about your decision, right, then you're not working with the right company.
Yeah, and you need to be working with a local company too. That's just my opinion.
We're so proud to be local and to help keep money in the local economies. We feed over 110 mouths through our business, right? And so that's our team members and their families, et cetera. And that's all money coming back into local community. We love supporting sports teams and the PTAs and shop local.
Yeah.
We're talking with Stephanie and Kevin Allen from AirWorks Solutions on Ask the Expert today. And if you have a question for the experts this afternoon, you can call or text 833-346-4626. Once again, 833-346-4626. Are you open to answering some listener questions today?
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the industry and the trade itself. So you said you feed over 110 mouths.
Yeah.
You have a big staff. You have a lot of coverage. You have a lot of area that you cover. So I'm sure, that's a whole thing in itself. Can you speak to those that are interested in maybe joining the trade of HVAC or plumbing, and maybe some advice, some insight as to somebody just starting out as a tradesperson?
Yeah.
I have said for years that we are like doctors. And as Stephanie likes to be, we just don't wear a white coat, right? But we're still diagnosing, we're still repairing, we're still fixing.
And actually, our plumbers will prevent more diseases than doctors will ever cure.
Yeah. So if you go back in history, a lot of diseases were because there was no proper plumbing and all that stuff. But the trades, is starting to get larger and more blown up. But it's essential service. We found that out during the tough times of COVID, right, where we weren't shut down. But it's also an honorable trade. You can be great at your craft, your skill, and be proud of what you do. If you're flipping on a light switch or you're flushing the toilet or you're in a building, you're using us. So, it's so important. Our life doesn't work without what we do. And so we may get dirty doing it, but I've never met a kid that doesn't get dirty. So be a kid, go out there and have fun, get dirty, doing what you do, and love it and enjoy it.
I also think that the essential services, the trades are growing. And so we're going to be leaning into AI where possible. But for the most part, our job's not going anywhere. And they say in the next 18 months, 25% of entry-level jobs are going to be gone. So where are those people going to go? Where are they going to work? They're likely going to be coming to the trades. It is going to become a lot more competitive to actually get into our trades. At AirWorks, we believe in teaching you from the ground up. So we have a variety of opportunities to get training on the job. So you can get paid to learn to become an HVAC technician or a plumber here at AirWorks. We don't run those academies on a regular schedule, but if it's something that you're interested in, you can always email us. I believe the email is jobs@airworksolutions.com. But I would say invest in your future and something that you're going to be able to do with your hands or your brain that is not going to be taken over by AI.
And it's also not held to a specific geographical area. Doesn't matter if you're in Florida, in Texas, in California, New York, it's everywhere. So you can pick up a skill. You always have that craft, that skill, that trade, and you can do it anywhere. So you may start in blank and move to X, and that's where you decide to do it. I mean, obviously we're local, but I'm just saying you can do it anywhere. It's not a,
We've helped a lot of people start their careers.
Yeah. We've sent people off to other states when they've moved, and we've helped them get jobs at other companies because we are connected across the country with other HVAC companies, and so we help them out. And here, this is a great person. We were bummed we moved. The guy I talk to all the time, he's in Arizona. I send him tons of work, right?
His brother-in-law starts Tuesday.
His brother-in-law starts Tuesday local. So, I mean, like, it's not, it's a very small community in general. And so, it's nice to be able to give somebody a referral, send them a good person that it's good for the team, it's good for the community, it's good for the person now, right?
Barry, I'm an attorney. I'm an MBA. And what's made our entire life turn is Kevin's HVAC skills. That hands-on mechanical skill that serves our family and serves our community. And it's such a beautiful gift for us and to serve others. I mean, it's really a privilege to be invited into somebody's home to do their repairs, but we're serving them and their comfort and their safety in their home.
Yeah. Really a small local business to look up to, you guys.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you being here in town and staying.
Yeah.
Stephanie and Kevin Allen from AirWorks Solutions. AirWorksSolutions.com.
Yep.
It's where you can find out all the info for Ask the Expert this afternoon. And if you have a question, 833-346-4626. If we don't get to it today, we will answer it off the air. Once again, 833-346-4626.
Most homes only get 57% of the air. Let me repeat that. Most homes only get 57% of the air to their house. That means 43% is being lost. Okay? So
you like paying those bills, right? 43%. Like 43% you just be throwing out.
Through the cracks and through the holes.
Yeah.
All the different ways.
Yeah, it's not sealed correctly. Maybe it's undersized. All of those things. The example someone just gave me is, if it's probably a horrible one, but if you went to the grocery store with $100 and you walked in the home, so you bought $100 worth of groceries, and you walked into the home and you only had $57 worth of groceries on your counter, how would you feel? You feel like you lost some money, right?
Probably like you're buying eggs right now.
You're probably like buying eggs, right? But that's what's happening, and we skip on the things that we use daily that take care of our health, our family, our home, our friends that come over. And we don't even think about that, but yet we'll go expend money on wasteful products. Like go buy all these coffees and whatever, and it's cool to walk around with. But what kind of air are you breathing though? What are you spending monthly on utility bills that you'll never get back?
Yeah, it's one of the reasons we started doing blown-in insulation. Because now
tell me about that. Can you elaborate?
It's in the we do it in the attic. We don't do it in the walls.
Okay.
For all of you radio listeners, Barry was making
Like spraying something and it like gets bigger?
No, that's spraying foam.
Okay, yeah.
But
we don't do that. We do blown-in insulation in the attics. 9 out of 10 homes are under insulated. So
why is that?
the codes aren't required.
we consider code to be the level that keeps you out of jail. It is not the actual recommended level. So when somebody says build this to code, that's bare minimum.
I always draw a picture on the board. I have of a little square with bars in it and a guy behind it. And I said, "What is this?" And everyone goes, "Jail." I said, "Yeah, that's Title 24. That's what it does. It keeps you out of there, the bare minimum." So if you want to do better, this is what you should be doing. The energy codes for California, if you look them up, is not R19. It's way higher, right? So all of these things are publicized. It's like drinking water and all of that. It's all public information, but everyone wants to do the bare minimum. You under insulate, and then you actually pay for it the entire time you're there. So it's a small investment that pays you back in a very short period of time.
Yeah, don't be leaking.
Don't be leaking.
Don't be leaking.
We're talking with Stephanie and Kevin Allen from AirWorks Solutions. Let's talk about a super win. Can you tell us about something that just defined your small business along the way, that kind of made it real, made it solidified the fact that, okay, we are a full-fledged business? Can you talk about it?
I mean, I think that Kevin and I, we have been in this grinding for 15 years together. I remember March 31st, 2011 is the last day that Kevin ever worked for anybody else, right? And after that point, we have been fully in business on our own.
You went to high school. She knows you through high school. It's the mom of a girl you went to high school with. Can't remember her name. She lives in Santa Rosa Valley, and she has just been beaten through all of the heating and air stuff. And I remember going to her house, and I was like, if you do this, I guarantee you it will work. You do these 3 things, and I guarantee you it will work. And she said, well, what if it doesn't work? I said, well, then I won't charge you. That's how confident I was. And she's like, okay, I'll do it then. And put it in. And of course, look, man, this has got to work, right? And she calls back 2 weeks later, and she's like, it's never been better, right? And
now that's the statement you want to hear, right?
Yeah. Kevin loves putting on his cape. He loves being the superhero.
It's kind of giving me goosebumps. It's amazing to just be able to do that for somebody, and they don't even know it's not working or their pain point, right? I mean, again, you talk about a doctor oh, my leg hurts, and well, let's solve that, right? Don't just take the pill, let's solve the problem. So when we did that, and we did this the new system and the ductwork, and did these things and all this stuff, it's dialed in.
It's life-changing.
Yeah, and I can't even remember if I've ever heard from her since, right? It's once you do it right the first time, you never have to do it. I mean, I shouldn't say you never have to do it again. It's a long time before you have to do it again. You maintain it, and it's good to go, right? So do it right the first time. Don't pay for it 3 times. And also, don't pay for it every month, right? And leakage or in utility bills and all those things.
Stephanie and Kevin Allen from AirWorks Solutions, thanks for coming on Ask the Expert today. Can we talk about what's next for the small business? Can I even say small? Is it medium business, large?
It depends on the definition. We sure feel small, though.
What's going on in Sacramento? Is that an expansion, or do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, sure.
Somebody like snowboarding?
No, actually, we have some remote employees. And so we had what was a former employee who had worked for another company up in the Sacramento area. And she said, this company's having some issues. I have a team who I really love. I love your brand. I'd like to work with you again. And so we brought her back on the team, and she came with a team there. And so we thought that there was going to be a little bit more collaboration with this other business. It didn't work out. We ended up greenfielding up there. And so we have a couple of team members up in the Sacramento area. It's like a startup again. And actually, it's it's like lighting me up. It's fueling me because I'm seeing them hustle and love each other and love on the business the same way Kevin and I did when we were starting here. They just get the benefit of having the infrastructure that we've already built. So they have our infrastructure, they have our brand, but they are out there hustling and serving the customers. And actually that business model is what's next. So that business model has turned into something that we believe that we can duplicate, and we can help technicians kind of create their own micro businesses while we give them infrastructure and support. So they can continue to build their teams and do really good work in their communities, and we can worry about the rest. We always say our secret to success was each other.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I cannot do what Kevin does.
Lightning in a bottle, kind of.
And Kev can't do the admin office side that I brought to the table. When we started the business together, we were naive at how rare that is, how much we complemented each other and really completed what was necessary for this business.
Yeah.
But now we're able to see he brought the service people side and I brought the business organization side. And so together we just kept, like, I'd say failing forward or trying, what was next. And it turned out to be pretty good decisions most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, most of your companies are started because they were a good technician or installer, and they say, I can do it better than anybody else, but they need that back-end support. And that's really where this dynamic duo came from, right? And so it's truly what's made us successful in what we do, that we both have separate skill sets in that avenue.
Now you're able to teach the next generation and pay it forward and pass it on to other technicians that don't know how to brand, don't know how to get it all together. They're out there flailing around.
Yeah.
Not here in Camarillo. We got it under control. Ventura County. How far out do you cover here? Is it a regional thing? You go down to San Diego?
Right now we say we're Santa Barbara to San Fernando Valley, and we're up in Sacramento. We have good friends in the San Diego area, so if there's anybody that needs anything, we love being a hub for referrals. So anything in the trades, you can always call AirWorks and we'll get you connected to someone. I don't know that moving south is on the roadmap right now.
Yeah, stay here.
Yeah.
Okay, stay here. We love seeing you at all the festivals and committed to your community. Stephanie and Kevin Allen from AirWorks Solutions. Anything you want to say before we go?
Change your filter. If you haven't changed your filter, change your filter.
I was just going to say, you could be a filter or buy a filter. So make sure you change that filter. Have good indoor air quality. People are running around with masks and stuff outside, and they're breathing horrible air inside. So
I hate when people have hundreds of dollars of repairs or thousands of dollars of issues with water leaks because of a dirty filter. And you should be changing those almost monthly, depending on how often you use your system and who's in your home. Yeah. So get on the family plan. Yeah. Let us take care of your maintenance, but be responsible for your home's health and change your filter.
I'm just as guilty as the next person. I need to be reminded and helped to replace my own air filter. It's what I do every day, all day long. So sometimes when I get home, it's not the first thing on my list.
He never does it at our house, Barry. I hire somebody to do it. AirWorks comes in every 6 months and does a maintenance for us.
I just said I have to be reminded also, and that's my reminder.
And that's one of the things that we make sure that we do. So we have the regular reminders. We dispatch when our team members are on the way. You get a dispatch notification. You can track them just like DoorDash. You get a picture and a synopsis of who's coming into your home. We know it's a sacred space. I wanted to make sure that the company functioned in a way that I would feel safe. And so that's who we are. AirWorksSolutions.com is where you can learn more. Stephanie and Kevin, thank you for coming on Ask the Expert. Thank you so much for having us. It's been a pleasure.
The information and opinions shared by guests and experts on this program are solely their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of Camaradio, its management, or its supporters. This advice is for informational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional consultation. Always seek the advice of a qualified professional for any specific situation or concern.